Negotiations will continue today between the federal government and air traffic controllers in an attempt to avert a nationwide strike. A Cuban refugee has been captured in Miami while in the process of making a bomb threat to that city's airport. And retiring Supreme Court Justice Potter Stewart talks about the possibility that his replacement could be a woman. I'm Jim Thomas. The full story is next on 5 News Scene at noon.
This is 5 News Scene at noon. Jim Thomas anchors the midday news of the weekend with Superstar Sports and Color Radar Weather.
Good afternoon. A northwest Atlanta man has died of gunshot wounds this morning, and Atlanta police don't know who did it or why. 35-year-old Willie Tigner lived at 2200 Verbena Street. He was assaulted between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m., according to police. Tigner died of gunshot wounds to the head. State Senator Julian Bond is calling upon Governor Busby and State Attorney General Arthur Bolton to take action against alleged Klan activities in Georgia. Yesterday, Bond, who is also president of the Atlanta chapter of the NAACP, sent a telegram to Busby outlining acts of terrorism against blacks in Rome, Rockmart, and Valdosta.
If Governor Busby and Attorney General Bolton aren't responsive to this plea, then we intend to go further to the United States Department of Justice, which in the past has moved against the KKK and acts of terror, and we'd expect the same kind of response in the future.
And that's going to do it for 5 News Scene at noon. Ken Roberts will be back at 6 and 11. Thanks for joining us, and have a good day.
And in for Dennis Dumbler tonight is Jim Thomas.
That's right, KT. And the Hawks went to Cleveland tonight, and they won, and we've got the highlights coming up next.
First time this year. Jim, I believe this is the first time this year that the Hawks have beat the Cavaliers, isn't it?
It's been quite some time, KT. I'll tell you, let me get to these highlights. I'll explain that a little bit further. The Hawks visited the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight, and they continued their latest winning ways. Atlanta destroyed Cleveland 118-105. The Hawks turned the Cavs every which way but loose here. Eddie Johnson gets 2 of his 24 points. Hawks newcomer Wes Matthews drives the lane on the Cleveland big men. Dan Roundfield had a big night, 12 in the first half. John Drew came to life, hitting 12 of 20 jumpers for 29 points. The Hawks hadn't won 2 games in a row, Ken, since December 23rd and 26th. The final again, Hawks 118, Cleveland 105.